And welcome back to the Healthbeat Show. We are in the Gym of Giants here in Hayward, California, and I am with none other than Mr. Khan Sheehan. Welcome to the Healthbeat Show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Okay, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from Ireland, in Tipperary, in Ireland. Small country down the south of the country, or sorry, small county down the south of the country.
All right, I've never been to Ireland, but I know that there are tough people from there. Yeah. And you are, at this point in time, you have been an amateur, and you're working your way up through the amateur ranks to the pro ranks. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was amateur. I'm only after signing over professional. It was after accomplishing a lot. As amateur, I was European champion. It was 13 times national champion back home. So I was very unlucky not to qualify for the 2012 Olympics. So I just thought it was my time to sign over professional and give it a go. So
you're 13-time national champion in Ireland?
Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was good. I was the youngest heavyweight champion as well in amateur boxing in Ireland history, Irish history. So I'm proud of that one.
Wow, that's great. Well, how old are you now?
26 in March. There I was.
Okay, so you're still quite young. And have a big career. How many fights would you say you've had in terms of amateur fights?
Had roughly 250, give or take, maybe, yeah.
250? How long have you been fighting? When did you start?
I started boxing when I was 8 years old, but back home you can't enter any national competitions until you're 11. So I've been fighting the whole way up from schoolboy up to elite level.
I guess your friends knew not to mess with you because you could punch them in the nose. And we were talking with Mr. Marlo Moore. I mean, there's a deficit right now in terms of big-time professional heavyweight boxers. You would be entering a class that is void of stars at this time, like Muhammad Ali and all of the other great heavyweight stars. What are your thoughts about moving into that type of rank?
Well, first off, there'll never be another Muhammad Ali, so you'll be waiting a while for that. But yeah, I'm very excited to get my career rolling and get going these fights, and hopefully I can be someday challenging for a world title. Be a dream come true.
So do you have a future professional fight coming up? Or
waiting to get a date penciled in now, so that's why I'm here training, just keeping in shape, waiting to get a slot and get going.
Do you have a tentative date coming forward?
No, we have nothing set up at the minute, but we're just waiting. Hopefully it'll be within the next month or two maybe.
So you've come all the way over here from Ireland to get yourself ready for your first professional debut, at least big-time international fight that would be a professional fight.
Yeah, I had a couple of fights lined up at home, professional, but when I got the call to come out and train with Virgil, I couldn't turn it down. He's one of the best trainers in the world, so just couldn't turn it down and axed all that and came out here now and just waiting to get going out here.
Well, it makes you all the better. There's no question about that. No question about that. Well, listen, it's so nice to meet you. We look forward to following your career internationally. We're right here in the Oakland area, and welcome to our area of the world, and we look forward to seeing you fight.
No problem. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Khan Sheehan, all the way from Ireland, has been 13-time national champion. He's a heavyweight. We got some good ones coming up. I'm Dr. Jeffrey Watson. Stay tuned to the Healthbeat Show.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
My name is Omar Staples, and I'm a physician assistant here at the James A. Watson Wellness Center, and you are watching The Healthbeat Show.
This is the season of love. Sexually transmitted diseases are still very common. You know what the number one is in California? The number one sexually transmitted disease? It is an organism called chlamydia. It's not HIV, it's not gonorrhea, but it does run with those two. Chlamydia in men generally makes you have a warm urinary flow. In women, you have no symptoms at all. Why is it important? It can make you sterile. In a man, it can make a woman have difficulty with pregnancy. It's treated quite simply with an antibiotic, tetracycline antibiotic, and it can be something that you can prevent. Of course, you can prevent it with condoms, and remember that there should be no love without the glove. I'm Dr. Jeffrey Watson. Chlamydia, the number one STD in the state of California. Remember always that your health is your wealth. When you have your health, you have everything. And remember that if you knew better, you could do better.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed all that.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
Okay, we are right here at the gym with none other than Andre Berto, one of the top boxers in the world. How you doing, Berto?
How you doing, my man? What's going on, boss man?
Good. It's good to see you. It's good to see you back in the game. You had hurt your shoulder, and then you came back and had a tremendous fight in your last fight. What was that, about a year ago?
I had about a year ago, my first fight back from the shoulder injury, and then I came back again. Also had another fight, I believe, 2 months ago now. I believe in March.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You did. Yeah, and you won that one.
Yeah, 5th or 6th round knockout. Yeah. So we back. We back, jumping back in the groove, man. Staying busy.
Now you got something coming up in the next couple of months, maybe July?
Yeah, I believe that they're thinking about like the 1st and 2nd week of July. So I'm just down here early. Virgil, Coach Virgil wants me here early. Make sure I'm working on fundamentals and just get a nice head start.
Well, now you're in a tremendous camp. I mean, you're in camp with Andre Ward, with Amir Khan. You've got Wolf here. And how does that affect your training to be around such great fighters?
I'm just motivation, man. I mean, my old camp I had, I was the best one in the gym, but now, you got guys that's right there on your level, even better than you, that continue to push you, and just sitting there watching those guys and see how hard they work. It just takes you to a whole nother level, man. So you can't be here and not be motivated to be the best you can be.
Tell us just a little bit about where you're from and, a little bit about the pathway of your career.
Yeah, I'm from Winter Haven, Florida. It was a small town, back home, so I always had to work, twice as hard to get to the position I was in. I ended up being, one of the top fighters in the amateurs, went to the Olympics in 2004, and, turned pro, and been having a great ride ever since, and, went through a few ups and downs, and I knew, I had to go somewhere to really, take it to the next level, and I found my way here in Oakland, man.
Now, your dad is also a role model of you.
Yeah.
Yours, just like Andre and Amir Khan. Tell us a little bit about the relationship that you have with your dad.
Yeah, my dad, he's just like he's like hard-nosed, guy. He's from Haiti. He also was a fighter as well, so he pushed us to the limit, ever since I was a younger kid. So he just always, he was a guy that I always looked up to growing up, because he was, one of those ultimate men. He was a real alpha at the house, but he was always there to push us. He was always there to take care of the family, and he set a good, he set a good path for us, and I wanted just to take that over.
Well, and it's really a blessing to see yourself, to see Amir Khan, to see Andre Ward, and under the great tutelage of Virgil Hunter, who's kind of like a father to all of you.
Yeah, Virgil's a different type of coach. He's definitely, I call him the professor. Every time we step in the gym, it's like we're in school. We're in here learning something. But also, outside the gym, he definitely teaches us about life and try to make sure we try to walk the right path as men. So he definitely gives us a lot of, advice in life in general. So.
All right, we're here with Andre Berto, one of the top fighters in the world. Upcoming fight in the gym with Virgil Hunter. I'm Dr. Jeffrey Watson. Remember always that your health is your wealth, and when you got your health, you have everything.
Thank you, dear. Well, you're very supple. Just like I was at your age. Back then, I was a sex expert. Used to call me the buttered biscuit. I know about birth control, too. So you can ask me anything, baby.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
Have you had sex in this car yet?
Victory is mine. Victory is mine. Victory today is mine. I told Satan, get thee behind, 'cause victory today is mine.
All right, beautiful, beautiful. We're here with Miss Tranisha Golston from the 5 a Day campaign that tells you to eat 5 fruits and vegetables every day.
That's right.
Because that's the key to our health. Now, we have some fruits and vegetables. What can you tell us about the seasonal guide to fruits and vegetables?
Okay, well, if you're on a budget, it's always best to purchase fruits and vegetables when they're in season. And I just wanted to point out a couple of our informational brochures that the state provides us with. And for example, in the spring, we're looking at between April and June, you'll find bananas, apricots, eggplants, these types of things that are in season. And say, for example, in the summer, July through September, you have chives, you have scallions, you have onions, you have blackberries. And I want to point something out on here too. Now this is a seasonal guide for fruits and vegetables for fall, October through December. We're looking at bok choy, we're looking at broccoli. And in the wintertime, between January and March, we're looking at collard greens, which we have here on our lovely display. We're looking at mustard greens, kiwi fruit, tomatoes, and even red apples.
And that's when they grow or are most available during those seasons?
Yes, that's when they are in season, that's when they grow. And if you're on a budget, as most of us are, that's when it's best to purchase them. So you can make sure you have your 5 to 9 servings of fruits and vegetables.
And so what you're saying is that all year around, these fruits and vegetables, and a variety of them, are available to us.
That is correct.
No excuse not to get your good fruits and vegetables. That's what it's all about, right here on Down Home Healthy Cooking on the Healthbeat Show. Eat your fruits and vegetables. They're good for you. The victory will be yours.
My name is Deanna Williams. I'm a medical assistant phlebotomist at the James A. Watson Wellness Center, and you're watching the Healthbeat Show.
Enroll, we say, we want you to be okay. Enroll, we say, take care of people for goodness sake. There's a plan for every budget, so don't accept defeat. Now you can get covered and still buy me treats.
You take care of your pets. Now it's their turn to take care of you. Visit getcoveredamerica.org to learn about your health insurance options.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jeffrey Watson, and diabetes is becoming a very, very major problem now, even for our young people. There are 2 types of diabetes. Number 1 is called type 1 diabetes or juvenile diabetes. It occurs in young people as a result of a deficiency of the gland called the pancreas. Type 2 is usually in adults, and it usually has to do with the body size being bigger and putting stress on the pancreas, and a cell in the pancreas called the beta cell cannot secrete enough insulin. I like to say it's like a Cadillac body trying to be driven by a Volkswagen motor. It's too much stress on the pancreas. It can't make enough insulin. Now, our young people who used to only have type 2 diabetes, type 1 diabetes, are now developing type 2 because they're becoming bigger and they have less exercise. Exercise seems to make your body more sensitive to the natural insulin. What are the signs and symptoms of diabetes? Well, losing weight real quick, getting blurred vision. If you're a woman, developing yeast infections that won't go away. And some of the men may develop yeast infections as well, becoming very fatigued and having infections that are very difficult to heal, having problems with your peripheral vascular system, your toes, and getting sores on those. Make sure that you get a test called a hemoglobin A1C. That tells what your sugar is over a 3-month period. Ask your doctor to test a fasting blood sugar. Your blood sugar should be below 126 if you have not eaten anything, or below 186 if you have eaten something. All right, that's it. Diabetes, if you knew better, you could do better, because remember always that your health is your wealth, and when you have your health, you've got everything. God bless. I'm Dr. Jeffrey Watson. We'll see you next time.
My name is Florence Price, and I'm a medical assistant at the James A. Watson Wellness Center, and you're watching the Healthbeat Show.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit. Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just please, don't leave. Okay, but remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Okay, and welcome to the Healthbeat Show. I'm so fortunate right now to have with me the Khan family. And we have Mr. Shah Khan and Mr. Amir Khan. And Mr. Shah Khan is the father of the great Amir Khan. Welcome to the Healthbeat Show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
And
Thanks, Doc.
It's so good to see you all again. Now, tell us a little bit about where you're from and how you ended up getting into boxing. We'll start with Shah.
Yeah. Well, we're from England, UK, and Amir got involved when he was very young. Actually, he was about 8-year-old, very hyperactive kid. And the only reason I took him to the gym was just to burn a bit of his energy, so relax him, and obviously the rest is history.
Did you have any idea that you would end up progressing in boxing early on?
Never did. I mean, I used to go to the gym, just to burn the energy, like my dad said, and but since I started going there, I loved every bit of it. I used to love going to the gym, hearing the bags being punched, sparring, running, training, all the exercises, and I kind of got so into it that I always used to remind my dad, when are you gonna take me to the gym? When are you gonna take me to the gym? And now looking back at it, I never knew I'd get this far. But
Yeah.
I just stayed committed. That's what it was.
Now, you went through several steps just to get to be the high-level professional athlete. Did you guide him through those steps? I mean, I guess you had to go through championships and eventually ended up in the Olympics for England. How did that occur?
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, it was all down to his own hard work and determination, really. But yeah, I was there with him, around him all the time. And as he started winning the national championships in England, and eventually started representing England as a junior, and then eventually senior. And then when he was 17-year-old, he went in the junior, 16 actually. When he was 16, he went to the Junior Olympics in Louisiana, where he won a gold medal there, where he beat Victor Ortiz for the gold medal. And then when we got back and we had a chat with our selectors and sent him for the qualifiers, and he qualified for the Olympic Games.
And, I just want you to know, Amir, that my heart is warmed listening to your dad because I worked with my dad for 20-something years. I don't know if you knew that. I joined him in practice. He'd been in practice for about 30 years, and I joined him. So now what year was it that you went to the Olympics, and when did you become a professional boxer?
Yeah, it was in 2004, went to the Olympics. I was the youngest ever to win a medal for Great Britain. I won the silver medal, and I got beat by the Cuban in the final, who was a double Olympic champion, and then went on 6 months later, fought him again and beat him. And that's when I thought, I'm going to hang the gloves up in the amateur days. I left the amateur days behind me and went and turned professional. So I think it was like 2005 when I turned professional, and I went on from there.
Now, we're here in the Bay Area, and you all are from England. We've got some great fighters in the gym behind us. We've got Andre Ward, we've got Andre Berto, we've got Wolf, and of course, training them all is none other than Virgil Hunter, the great Virgil Hunter. How is it that that this stable of great fighters came about?
I remember seeing Virgil train Andre Ward, and I thought, I like the way he trains Andre, and how Andre is as a fighter. He's not only an offensive fighter, but a defensive fighter, and that's something I needed in my technique. I needed to work on my defensive side. And I used to be with Freddie Roach before, from in LA. I moved from him just to get to see Virgil, how he trained. I liked it, and since then I've never looked back. I've always been with him training over here, and you can see my fights now. The defense is getting better. He's making me a better fighter. Obviously, I used to be like 100 miles per hour in the ring, whereas now I'm thinking about things. As I'm getting older, I'm getting wiser, and with Virgil's experience and help, it's only making me a better fighter.
And now a family man, just like your dad. You all, your family kind of lives together. Is that correct? On a compound near each other?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Amir literally lives across the road. We built a new house there, and that's where Amir moved in.
Okay, and you now have a little baby?
Yeah, I have a little baby. Yeah, it's her birthday today as well. So yeah, she's one today. So yeah, today's her birthday. Yeah, so she's one today, and it's just crazy how time flies. Obviously, it's gone so quick.
Gosh, but and that changes your life, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, it definitely changes your life. Obviously, everything you do in your sport, in the sport of boxing, I do it for her, and I want her to have a comfortable life, and it's all about working hard and doing everything for your family.
It really changes your life. Now, you've got a big fight coming up this month. Now, tell me a little bit about the fight, where it is, who you're fighting, and how you're preparing for that fight.
Yeah, the fight's going to be in New York. It's going to be at the Barclays Center. I've not fought in New York since 2009 when I fought against Paulie Malignaggi and beat him there. So it's the second time I beat Paulie over there.
I didn't realize you guys fought.
Yeah, 2009. That was my first fight in America. And then went from there, and obviously now I'm going back to New York. I like it in New York. Obviously, it's like second home for me, My wife's family's from there as well. So, and I've been traveling there a lot, and every time I used to walk the streets, people used to always ask me, when are you going to come back and fight over here again? Most of my fights are always in Vegas and, this side of the world, in the Bay Area and Vegas and LA. But I wanted to always go back to New York. But I'm fighting Chris Algieri, who is also from New York. So, he's going to have a little bit of home advantage. But I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of fans of both of us, and I think, but what we've done in the training camp here with Virgil, I've sparred over 250 rounds of sparring, trained very hard. I mean, a lot of mitt work, pad work. I'm going to stick to the game plan Virgil gives me, and I'm sure, we can come at this fight as a winner.
That's fantastic. And what's the date of the fight, Mr. Khan?
29th of May at the Barclays Center.
29th of May, and I plan to be there as well. And you're seeing all this stuff on the Healthbeat show. Now, I can't let you go without asking you the question that everybody wants to ask you. You've got to fight now Algieri to make sure that you win that. You got to focus on that. Walking down the street, everybody wants to know what's going to happen with Mayweather. Is he brave enough to fight you?
Well, the talk's been going on for a long time, and I've always wanted that fight against Mayweather. Now, once we get past this fight against Chris Algieri, I think it's time we get, we knuckle down and try to get that fight. I mean, I've offered it to Floyd Mayweather and his team, but they say, they say it's an easy fight, but they never want to sign the contract or fight me. So I really believe that, this is my big last chance now to get that big fight. By winning this fight against Chris Algieri will only put me closer to that big Mayweather fight, and hopefully we can get that towards the end of the year.
And you know, I think about all the great fighters that are out there right now. Who knows how long Floyd Mayweather is going to continue to fight? But I see two great fighters in the world, and that's Andre Ward and yourself, Amir Khan. Do you think, conceivably, I was thinking about this on the way over here, that Andre Ward and Amir Khan would ever fight each other?
No, I don't think that can ever happen because obviously the weight difference. I mean, Ward is super middle, and I'm only a welterweight. So by the time I probably go up to probably light middleweight towards the end of my career, probably Ward will probably go up to super middle or maybe heavy, not light heavyweight. You know, so Ward's a lot bigger in body frame, height as well, and we're just too far apart in weight. But we train together. And obviously we learn off each other as well, and obviously it's good to have a camp where you've got other champions in there. You've got Andre Berto here as well. You've got Ward himself. You've got Wolf. We've got a good stable here, and that only motivates us as fighters, you know. But yeah, I don't think we'll ever fight each other because obviously we're from the same camp.
Right. All right. Two great people, father and son, Mr. Shah Khan, Mr. Amir Khan. Watch the fight at the Barclays Center. Amir Khan against Algieri is going to be great. I'm Dr. Jeffrey Watson right here on the Healthbeat Show, where you'll always hear me say that your health is your wealth, and when you have your health, you have everything. We'll see you next time.
You have everything. Take my word, but I heard about the Healthbeat. You're gonna be how you wanna be. Show me how you will be. How you wanna be. Show me how. The more you'll know about your health, so body